holiday leave.
Okay, so
You'll never forget that again, the day the King got his coronation. Yeah.
because we've got lots of bank holidays, we've got the Easter thing, and this class will remain in here until the end of July. We'll see how we feel in August. Might go on for a few weeks in August as well, depending on whether we want it or not. And then we'll have a bit of time off, because I usually have a bit of time to go and visit people in September. But for the King's coronation thing, I'm quite happy to do a class or either pre-record. There will be one going on in the morning on Zoom. The evening one, I can either pre-record something that I can put up there, or we can do a Zoom one. I'll leave it for people to decide what they want.
Might be a good idea to pre-record, because
Pre-record?
that are doing things, because there's lots of stuff going on in various villages.
Okay, in which case I'll do the Zoom in the morning, or I'll pre-record, and then I'll pre-record the evening
I was
class.
just thinking the pre-record, you could do it then, you could fit it in with whatever else is happening on the day.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
Yeah.
That's good thinking. Okay, because I've started the pre-recording for this Friday. So I've done parts 1 and 2. I've just got to do part 3 of the stretching for the Tai Chi fitness, and then for the first class I'm going to record that tomorrow, Wednesday or something, or today for the. Yeah, it seems like, so we've got the Easter, then we've got the bank holidays, and then we've got the King getting his crown.
Yeah, it's alright.
Quite a lot.
Taking a poke, really.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, that's what.
Yeah. You
So
end up
just
Mondays are going to be weird for a little while.
Mondays are strange. Yeah, I mean that's the problem with the Mondays. I mean.
When's your next Tuesday one start?
Well, the Tuesdays isn't starting for ages, and I'm actually thinking.
Is it always beginners?
Yeah, but I mean, what might be nice is maybe if we could, if we could do either a Tuesday night here or at Reach or something. I don't know. It depends on what days they can make. It depends. It depends. So
Tuesdays is not good here because
Tuesdays
they've
got a lot on. Yeah.
So every Tuesday
We'd have to move.
Or they come and rush in while you were still doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you might be right. Because it doesn't start till 8.
Yeah, because the Bottisham, I mean, it's okay. But it's only an hour. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, I might just stick with what we've got. Monday's alright. So
Sometimes an hour's better, actually. Cause you can
sometimes an hour's better. You can do a lot more.
Yeah, just focus.
I'm never available Tuesday evenings.
Okay, well that's not that on the head then.
Thursday evenings is sort of iffy.
Yeah, Thursdays isn't much good for me either because I'm usually doing.
I'm usually okay for other evenings.
Yeah, Monday's okay. Wednesday I'm already at Mike's. Well, we're both at Mike's evening club, so I can't do anything on a Wednesday because then we both miss out on our class. So you know, it's our one chance of the week to get really confused. You can't miss that. So we're just sinking the hips. So feel the ground under the feet. Feel the ground under the feet. So we were working our way backwards, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should do that again.
Yeah.
We'll do it that way round and see
We're
how we
working
get on.
our way backwards from the first.
For the first of the fair ladies, getting back to where we start with the first kick.
Yeah.
So we've just been doing that just for. Okay, so it looks like on Monday we shall all have the day off and we'll be eating Easter eggs. Lovely. That's nice. I mean, what the cunning plan is for my Burwell group and my Ely group is I was going to buy the Easter eggs after Easter when they're cheaper, and we're having them not this week, we're having our Easter eggs next week.
You run the risk of there not being enough left, though.
Well, there might be none left.
Risk that one.
But the thing is, I reckon they were so expensive, most people will probably be waiting, so there might be none left because I'll get in there quick, get them while they're cheap. So we'll see.
I remember buying something like 20 chocolate oranges and then coded here, and Stephen ate a lot.
Oh no!
Slowly, he says.
You ate 20 chocolate oranges?
Yeah. Oh, they'll go off. Yeah, down in the tummy.
Oh, they're going off, so I'd better eat them. Oh, well, they were Stephen's chocolate oranges, not Terry's.
Yeah, clearly.
Huh?
Terry's chocolate oranges.
Yeah, I've had them. I don't like them at all. I think they're orange. I don't like the orangey bit. If it was just chocolate, I think
Oh,
I'd be
God,
right.
they're gorgeous. Oh, my word.
Oh. No, I can eat bits of one.
I had a lemon one as well.
That used to be my Christmas treat. I had an
Orange.
orange always bought me a chocolate orange. And I always knew that would be in my stocking.
So let's turn our waists a bit more. So really get the waist turning.
In anticipation of our chocolate.
Yeah, in anticipation of all that chocolate that you're going to eat. You're going to be putting on the waist.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. I got
I mean,
violet
think,
chocolate.
one of my other
Oh.
students, they've got a special thing that you pour melted chocolate in and it makes its own egg.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, if you buy chocolate bars and turn them into eggs, you get more Easter eggs than if you just buy an Easter egg. And I thought that's a useful piece of information.
Probably. But you've
She
got to
has
do the
her
work.
own mould, it's a special mould that you put the chocolate. This has got very little to do with Tai Chi, those of you watching on Zoom, but this is on YouTube. But we're sinking our hips. Oh, well, at least eating lots of chocolate Easter eggs might help you sink your hips
Yeah,
better.
we're thinking of, melted chocolate. We're little bits of melted chocolate.
So,
melted chocolate.
Oh, you're not into the chocolate fountain then?
Oh, they brought one of those at work.
Oh,
it's
disgusting.
wonderful. The only problem is I couldn't eat too much because it was far too sweet, so I could just have a small amount, and the fruit helped balance it out a bit. But then they were, would you like some more? And I was like, no.
Oh, God,
So
no.
that's it. So keep sinking, that's it. And we're all breathing, very nice. And then we go, up. Marvellous, look at that. Beautiful. Look, really, imagine you're embracing the Easter eggs. Well, in different countries, they don't really eat the chocolatey ones. My friend in Switzerland, they boil them, hard boil them, and then they paint them.
Oh, yeah.
And then they just eat them, but they're specially painted.
Oh, it was big flavourings, wasn't it? Colour flavourings.
No, they're just like the normal boiled eggs. I said, well, what about, oh no, we don't do the chocolate. No, this is very exciting. And I'm like, I think I'd rather have a chocolate one. So nice tall.
In Switzerland?
Switzerland, yeah.
They're
They,
famous for their chocolate.
yeah, they make chocolate, but their eggs is different.
Sell it to the Brits. Yeah. Sell it to the golden
Sure, they
Brits.
like chocolate.
So,
Sure, they do.
we'll whiz through the loosening because I'd quite like to just...
Barton ladies
Go
were nice.
Sorry?
Barton ladies were
They're
nice.
fun. They're not, considering they've not been learning that long, they're doing all right, aren't they?
I don't know.
I was quite impressed. I think the thing is the more I really like teaching beginners because each time I teach beginners, I'm teaching better, so they're not messing it up as much as when I first started teaching. I'm surprised anyone learned anything, quite frankly. I'm doing all right because I've worked out. It's very easy to work out where it goes wrong. And where it goes wrong, a lot, in Tai Chi, and I think Mike's come to the same conclusion, is the feet and the waist. If you get the feet right and you get the waist right, it kind of works by itself.
Yes.
But one thing, and then we do shape, one thing I've noticed as people get very, very old, the very old people in the class, notice they don't move their legs very far.
No.
And they have these very teeny steps.
They can't wear an agony most of the time, that's why.
And not just that, they don't move their arms when they move their... When you're walking, I was looking into it, and you just go up, 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 keep shape, up, stretch. Do you know, is Emma teaching this week during the Easter break, do you know, in the morning?
I'll find out tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow by tuning in at 8:30, and if she opens the door, then she's definitely teaching, and if she doesn't, then we'll have to do our own thing. But yeah, I will make a Tuesday class one day, because I'm missing out. I mean, considering she charges £15 an hour on Zoom, you're getting a bargain with us, aren't you, at Greyhound? And then do that. Well, we kind of, on purpose, do accessible classes. So we make our classes as accessible as possible, both to turn up and learn stuff. So we're just learning, people are learning stuff at a comfortable pace. Because if you're at a comfortable pace, you learn faster than if you go,
yes.
You've got to get this, you've got to get this right. Which is why I don't actually like it when now ComEd has got no funding. There's a lot less pressure on actually teaching anything in ComEd, and it works so much better. Whereas before I had to fill in a lesson plan and I had to do X, Y and Z by a certain class, and it just was too much pressure for people, and I'm sure I lost people that way. Because not everybody learns at the same pace.
Exactly.
And what you do is you tailor your class to whoever's got it the slowest. Because just because it's so repetitive, by doing things over and over again, the most super duper swat of the class is still going to get stuff out of it. So remember, we're going to here, that's it. And just, and then turn the palms up, and there's a little bit more of a bend in. And we just, get your fingers, just for the YouTubers, get your fingers. So we've now got to 98 subscribers. We only need 2 more. And we've got 100. Very exciting. And I looked at the stats. One of Mike's classes had 450 views. Oh wow, amazing! So we're obviously so when you do this, let me just roll up my trouser leg. You want to keep your feet flat on the ground. So you want to relax the hips and more. Feet flat on the ground. So if you need to go slower in order to keep them flat, that's fine too. And you want to let the arms drop down. Fantastic. Okay, let's 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. So those of you watching on YouTube on Friday, you will notice the background changes a bit, because I did the first part last night in between the rehearsal and my gig, my concert with the orchestra. And I thought, right, I'm going to do part 1, I'm going to do loosening. Brilliant. So I've done that. And then I did part 2. I did on that lovely lawn there. And then I thought, I've got to drive to Barton. Okay, I'm going to have to stop. So we'll do part 3. I'm trying to find somewhere relatively quiet, and I'm just recording it on my phone because the camera picture's clear on the phone. But might ask my friend Nick Penny, the guy who does the films of the birds and things, because he has a really good camera that films as well as takes photographs. What he's got, I could get a second-hand version of that, and that would be better for my pre-recorded Tai Chi classes, or maybe even a better camera for the Zoom classes, because it's. I mean, what I need is a better computer, really, but.
You've only just got that, haven't you?
No, I've had it a few years now. I've had it all during probably about. I had to get a new one. It was probably about a year into lockdown, maybe 6 months into lockdown. I got that one because the computer I was using was very old and didn't really do the job.
Mm.
And those things go out of date very easily.
Yeah, I mean.
And the computer I've got, you can now get much cheaper than when I bought it 3 years ago. It's like halved in price. It's kind of a bit miserable. I was like,
yeah, that's how it is.
but that's how it is, you know, that's what these things are. Okay. So check your posture. So you want to be the first third of the foot. You sink your hips back and down. And we're breathing. And there's the bounce going on, and we're just letting the arms drop. Just I was not quite accosted, but this time last year, or Easter time last year, I was in a local supermarket, and I was thinking, because we'd run out of cups. We didn't have as many cups because I'm really good at breaking them. I'm really good at dropping stuff and smashing them over the place. Brilliant at it, actually. And I thought, oh, I better buy some more cups. And then I thought, oh look, in those cups there's Easter eggs. What a good idea. So I bought one. And then the lady said, oh, don't buy those now. If you wait till Monday, you'll be able to get that cup at half price. I went, all right, I'll just buy one today because we've actually run out of cups and I fancy some chocolate, so we'll do that. And then I came back after Easter and they were selling the cups with the eggs in, and I got it at half price. So,
I'll match it.
yeah, really good.
That's quite good.
I was very happy.
Yeah.
They're nice cups.
We
With
had
chocolate
one
wasn't much
years
fun.
ago. Yeah. It is nice when they do that.
Yeah, because that's useful.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I think the best one I
That's good.
saw was at the
What's better
seaside,
than 4,
a
3,
plastic bucket and
2.
spade with fish and chips in for kids.
Oh, nice.
A
Yeah.
plastic, so clean bucket and spade,
Yeah.
and inside the
Fish and
bucket
chips?
was fish and chips.
Genius.
So, yeah, and it was only like £2 or something. Some real cheap, little version for a kid. But they eat their fish and chips and have their little toy.
And then they can go and put sand in the bucket and make a sandcastle.
Exactly.
Fantastic, genius.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. See, these thoughtful things
Yeah, who's going to say no
that
to that?
don't just about consuming and then that's it, it's all gone. You know, you've got a really useful cup.
Yeah.
And I've not broken them yet, so there's still time.
There's a chance, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to do Easter eggs with no packaging.
Yeah,
I've
I've
seen
noticed
that.
the packaging seems less, which I think
Yeah.
is I approve of. So just nice and tall, and just imagine you're moving, or just imagine you're moving through water. So we're moving through water, and you want to feel it right to the end of the fingers, and we're all breathing. So I even put some extra moves in for Friday. For the Friday fitness class. I did the longer one, the fitness class first, because it's a longer class, so 4, 3, 2, 1, and The other thing I'm going to try and do is, for the YouTube channel, is put them, you can get a thing called a playlist. So I could put all my Tai Chi health things in a playlist, and then all the Tai Chi fitness in a playlist. And then that saves you having to scroll through all of them, because I realised I can do that. I mean, you know, I'm not brilliant on computer things. And then the other thing we're doing is there's, if you watch the YouTube and you like it, we're asking for donations either to the school, which is via the Greyhound email, which is written on each of the videos now, or you can donate to your local homeless charity we're asking for. So if you don't want to give money to us, give it to some homeless people. And I thought, yeah, I like that. So I've copied and pasted a version of what Mike does on all his videos. I'm trying to backdate it to the earlier videos. And I'll put them all in a playlist, probably over the Easter weekend.
The danger of publishing too much is people do whatever pay, isn't it, really? You almost need a password or something.
Yeah, but then it's... I mean, we're doing all right, and I would much rather, although it means I'm never going to make, you know, buy a house or whatever, as long as I'm earning enough to like pay me rent and bills and things, and I would much rather that the classes were kind of low priced and accessible, because you can charge meg bucks for classes, and you know, I mean, if the hall hire went up, then obviously I'd have to, you know, put things up. But it's difficult enough to get to exercise anyway, and I guess, you know, if people felt like paying more, then that's good too. But we're quite happy to, you know, do it that, because that one's £6.
Yes.
And that's very reasonably priced, because they're just covering my petrol and my teaching fee, and then the hall hire's gone up a bit. So it was a £5, but they put it up to £6, and that's and Edie's had to go up to £5 because all their light bills all went up. So it's but as a school, we're the other school, the one that's run by people that are volunteers, that's much cheaper than us, but then they're not paying the instructors anything, but then the instructors get to go to all their training at a very, very reasonable price and are kind of subsidised by the charity. So it depends what you want to do, whereas I do technically make my living out of it. So they're very, very cheap, very cheap.
Yeah, really. So, it's quite difficult to compete against free.
It's difficult to compete against free, but we're so then but oh well, there you go. Any questions about the loosening before we?
No.
Can we do a few leggy ones?
Oh, you want to do some leggy ones? All right, we'll do some leggy ones in a sec. Well, we will do some leggy ones right now. We're going to do this one because I'm just trying to make sure we've got the. So when you step out, you want to step. It's quite a generous step. You want to be quite generous in your step, and you also want to make sure that the hips and shoulders are square onto the opposite wall. And then you sink back and forth. You may need to adjust this. You may need to adjust this to so it feels comfortable. And eventually it's quite a big step. So I've got 2.5 floorboards between my feet, but everybody's legs are different. So you will need to adjust it to how you personally work. That's it. Yeah, so those leg ones are really good for so sink down, and we're sinking, we're nice and tall, we're looking forward, listening behind and above. Keep breathing, very nice. and then change. So go to your Wu Chi stance, check your posture, so feel that you're in the correct place in the foot, that you're sinking your hips, you're nice tall through the spine, and then we're just going forwards and back, that's it. So you want your knee in line with the toes, both knees in line with the toes, but the back knee, the angle of the back foot, is purely dependent on how much you need to turn the back foot in so that your hips and shoulders are square on to the opposite wall.
What do you mean opposite wall?
The wall you're facing.
Right, yeah.
So you want to be square onto the wall that you're facing and not like that. You want to be square on. Okay, now this time, sink back, turn away from the leg, sink forward, turn towards. Just show you from the side. Back, turn, forward, turn, back, turn, forward, turn, back. Turn, we're nice and tall. So we're turning, keep your nose in line with your tummy. So you're not turning the head independently, you're turning the head with the body. You're turning it with the torso. So it's not going much further than your dantian, your middle bit. So when I go to the front, all of it turns together. There might be a little bit of extra turn in the head, but not by much. So you sink back, and so I'll turn round actually, that might be easier. So I'm going into the corner, front, inside corner, front, inside corner, front, inside corner, front. And then if I change the foot that's in front, it goes to the inside corner and to the front. Keep breathing, very good. Okay. Right, let's just do a little bit of break the legs up a bit. So we're just going to kick out to the corner and do a little flicky kick rather than a swingy kick. It's a flicky kick, that's it. Three, two, one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually kick across, or we'll do a flick across rather than a swing. But not hard, it's just a soft flick. That's it. Well, I've lost count, so I'll just do a few more.
10 more.
2, 3, 4. I can count down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. Right, then what we do is we do the same like that. We'll do that 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10's a plenty, isn't it? 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we do the opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you kick the back of the calf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Marvellous. And then we do everybody's favourite. 1, 2, just get to go. What's the worst that could happen? Spoons. 4,
Mrs. Spoons.
5. So this will be on video on Friday as well. 6, you can do it all over again. 7, 8. It's good for the brain, isn't it? 9 and 10. Marvellous. That was so good. We're going to do it start with the other foot for fun. Okay, here we go. So it's just for fun. Just for fun. Ready and go. 1, I'll start slow. 2, outside, outside, inside, inside. 3, outside, inside, inside. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's easier the second time round, I think. Because you've got a bit more, you've had a go. Right, I'll just do up my shoes.
Probably didn't need to put that on.
Yeah. So, right, I think we should drink some water and then we'll start from the end. I'll see if I can get the other camera, because that's a smaller camera, and then that will work better, I think. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm saving up for a better webcam camera.
Why is that? What is it?
It's or Jade Maiden, and it's also called Four Corners. They give these things names,
Yeah.
and they don't always correspond to common sense. It's more.
Fair Lady Works at Shuffle. How is that? Fair Lady Works at Shuffle.
Yeah. So it's not like I can remember. At least I can repulse the monkey.
Makes sense, but I mean, if you maybe the shuttles, I think it was referring to some sort of sewing or something.
Well, it must be Shuttlecock Cox, yeah. Yeah, the shuttle does the
Sewing, and maybe that is that.
Excuse me, something.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can China, it's all right. It's, but we're pausing for a bit. They story behind it. So there was so there are these shackles, but shackles, I'm not sure, it would have been translated from the Chinese, and the closest word they could find for this wooden thing that the fair lady is turning is a shuttle. Whatever that is. It's like a water wheel.
Yeah, a shuttle is a piece of wood that literally you go to weaving up and down, and he did it by hand.
Yeah.
And then eventually they did the looms. People used to get around the legs and take it in their arms, go up in their head. And it whiz across.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's all like it now, but it's tiny, which is why I was loving it.
No, I think it's like a water wheel.
Yeah.
That's because of the turning, I guess. There must be a turning element to it. That's why so I've just changed the camera so I won't go out of shot. So we're gonna go from the first fair lady with Jade Maiden works at Chuan. So we start here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from here, working our way backwards. So golden cockerel stands on right leg. Hold ball, 1, 2, step, transfer the weight, and then fair lady works at purpose. Okay, so we just go from there first, and we'll do it a bit, and then we'll just work our way backwards. And is that the actual real timer?
Yes.
This is good. Okay.
We've got 3/4 of an hour.
3/4 of an hour. All right, we can get through this in 3/4 of an hour. Fair lady work at 3. So let's have a look. That's it. Much better, everybody. And then look here. 4. We're going to do the 5 times big. See the hips. And then, so you're facing that wall, then you face the corner for the fair lady works at shuttles, and it's also called 4 corners, because actually the shuttles were referring to the 4 corners of the earth, because I never understood the link between, well, hang on, why is the shuttles also called 4 corners? Because it was in the same story. She was doing these shuttles, and each shuttle was at a corner of the earth because they thought the earth was, some people still do. There we go. Oh. I like the stories and I like legends and things, but I also really like facts.
Yes.
That's really good. I recommend facts. They're most useful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go from here. So just watch. It goes 1, 2, heel toe, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we go. It's a fair lady, and we're going to do that 5 times. Could be here for a while. So let's start. So let's set up our cat stance. Set up the cat stance. So you're in right cat stance. You brought the hands down, and then you pick up, make a bird beat with your left hand, and then cover your lung 1 point with your lao chi hu with lao gong. Then you step back and down 1, 2. Oh, well, that was 1, 2, 3. This is 3, 4, 5. Twizzle. 6. Push down. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sink down. Right. We've only got 4 more to go. 4 more to go. So 1. That's it. There we go. That's it. So you're in right cat stance. You're going to step your right foot behind and out, heel toe. So 2 heel toe, 3 sink to 50-50 and open. 4 transfer the weight, 5 twiddle on the feet, 6 press down, 7 golden cockerel stance on right leg, then 1 hold the ball, front, 2, 3, 4. That's number 2, isn't it? So I'm getting great. We've got 3 left. 3 left. Okay, so let's go like that. 1. That is 1. Drop your shoulders. Have your shoulders nice and down, nice and relaxed. Chin tucked in. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the foot in on the floor. And we're facing the corner. So we've gone from facing, so just before we do round 3, thank you. If someone could pay attention as to what number we're on, otherwise we'll end up doing it like 50 times instead of 5. So we've got to do it. So we start facing the front, then we face the side, and then we face the corner. So we face the front, we face the side, we face the corner. Excellent. Let's go. 1. Relax the shoulders. 2. Heel toe. 3, 4, 5. Twiddle. 6. Push down. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she must be quite strong, this jade maiden, if they're immortal shuttles. They would look like you put your hand like that. So what's happening is you're like blocking something, and you're exactly, Amy, exactly right. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. No one's going to want to do your swing, Simon. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is that? 5. Hooray! I thought we were we are doing it. We're doing it. Okay, now, hang on, I've just got to get my brain to kick in. Ah!
Got to
Now we've got to stand on the other leg to that bit. Or do you want to do the other bit?
Well, we've got the snake to stand on.
Should we go from the other snake?
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than otherwise we'll get a bit. Okay, so just let me.
That's the kick.
That's the kick. We'll add the kick on in a minute. Now we're going to do snake creeps down.
Yeah, we're doing the same.
But what I'll do is I'll do it on mirror. On mirror. So we just start from here. So you've got your left hand. So face that way. Yeah, that's it. So that's it, like that. Brilliant. I was just doing that so you could see. So snake creeps down. 1. So we're going from there. 2, heel toe. 3, see. 4, transfer. 5, twiddle. 6, 7. Golden hook will stand on. Let's just do that bit first. So golden hook, you want to have your tiger's mouth like that. It's like that. That's it, yeah. Well remembered. Yeah. So what you're doing is you're so what you're doing is if you just go into back stance, go to let's up that one, and then what you do is you're going see, so like that, because if you go, you'll miss. And not just that. You're kicking them in their diggly danglies, you see, with your knee. So if I put my hand there, boom, there you go. Fine. Thank you very much. Very nice. Quite violent. Very violent. Violent. Yeah, if I'm taken to Reading and meet the scooters, they'll terrify me. So, right, we'll just go. So you've got your right hand here, your right hand here, and your left hand like that. And that's why you have your hand like that, because you're throttling them and you're kicking the what's-its. And wow, nice. You don't mess with that snake, definitely not. So 1, 2, heel toe, 3, 4, transfer, 5, twiddle, 6, and 7. Hang on, I'll go this side. 7. Golden hook will stand on left leg, then you go 1. Oh, you did 1. Go. We go from here, just relax. You blinked, didn't you? Oh, that's it. So we've done the and we've done see, and that means it's a kick. So you've not just kicked them in the what's-its, you've gone boom on their shin and gone on their brilliant. Very gory. So then you put the foot down and then you go to the bit where we just got to. You want the right foot, right arse.
Oh, that's where you do that.
So that's this bit, look.
Yeah.
Let's just do that bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't worry about the arms. So you have like that, and then doink. And you want the foot in front, because then you'll have to step it behind anyway, but it's just easier for stability. The cat stance if the foot is in front. So let's do that 3 times. 2. And once more with feeling. 3. Fantastic. And then we go like this. And then here's the one I prepared earlier. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go, ladies. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it's actually quite useful to find out what possible applications are, just because it helps you do the move more correct if you know where you're thumping somebody. I mean, this is only theoretical. One of my friends does Tai Chi. He does actually. They actually do actual sparring. They don't even bother wearing. They might wear a mouth guard, but they don't put nothing on their hands, because he says. But they pull. They do like sort of semi-contact, so they don't do it hard, but it's and they really swear by it, and so it's a really good way of practicing. I mean, I prefer put some things on, put a thing on, and then do very light, and also avoid any headshots, because we're not professional boxers, so you want to look after. But it is quite useful to practice part of the work and things like that. We do it too. We don't do as much as someone like Barry. He does proper grappling and chucking on the ground, and you know. I personally find it very useful, but it's a bit of an acquired taste, and it's not for everyone. Exactly. And the other thing is a lot of the classes I teach, you're trying to get people to actually move their, you've got to swing their arms, move their feet, rather than that's, oh, I'm really wobbly. Well, of course you've got problems balancing if you're walking like that. And it's more about at that level in their life, they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they're blokes. And when you get over a certain age, your priorities change, and one of those is not ending up with a broken hip, really, isn't it? So, and actually, that stuff is useful, but you have to work towards that. And some people, it's not actually relevant, I think, for a lot of people that do Tai Chi. A lot of people get sent to Tai Chi because their doctors told them to, because basically they've fallen over a few times. Actually, they should have got sent to Tai Chi before they got to that stage. Yeah, because I could have done a lot more. And you've got to be, or your bone density, your bone density is low, you better go and do Tai Chi because that's good for bone density. Had they been doing Tai Chi from their 30s or whatever, then their bone density is super duper. Because I know a lady what's in her 80s now. I don't think she teaches no more, but she was in her 60s, and her family genetically had problems with the bone density, and she had a scan, and they went, "Oh, your bone density is a bit low," and they said, "Oh, you better do Tai Chi." Actually, I've been teaching it for the last 10 years. So then she went to more classes, didn't do none of the fighting stuff. All she did was lots of silk reading. She did a lot of the more, and some qigong stuff with ever. And then 10 years later, she gets her bone density measured, and it's actually gone up slightly, which is unheard of. We should be like everybody. It declines, but because she'd really gone for it, and she'd be doing extra, none of the roughy, toughy violence, which would have actually made her bone density super brilliant, as long as she didn't break nothing by smacking people. So you can do a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from here, and we're going to go all the way to there 5 times for fun. Right. Now let me just get this round right way. So my brain's that way, isn't it? Good. Well done. Top of the class gold star for Chris. She remembered which side we were. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then don't blink, we go that way. That's it. 1. Hooray! So you've got your lao gong on your chi hu. The chi hu's over there. So cover your chi hu with your lao gong. That's it. And then that's more like that. And then drop that shoulder. There you are. Nice. And we're all breathing and we're all relaxed. We'll go over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, So to those of you on YouTube that are a bit bored, sorry, but we want to get this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the time you've done this the 5th time, you'll be a super expert. And, you know, what's wrong? You know, a little bit of boredom is a useful thing sometimes. Here we go. 1. Not good. 2. I'll be later. 3. Yeah, and then 1, and you can see, you can see with the, hello, I'm on the screen. 2, it's okay, you look great. 3, 4, this is the display team. 5, 6, 7, and then fair lady works at Chuckles. Down. Right. That was number 2. We've only got 3 more to go, and then we can have a tea break. Really? We have tea breaks in this class. You know, we're very civilized. 1, 2, heel toe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4. We've got number 4 and number 5 left. Is that right? We've done 1, 2, 3, times. Yeah. I can't count at all. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. That's it. 2. Ooh. Heel toe. That's it. Number 2. So step out. That's it. Heel toe. That's it. 3, 4. Transfer. 5. Twizzle. 6 and 7. Golden cockle stand on right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll show you the full version of that after we've done our 5 times, just in case you fancy doing it the traditional way that all the youngsters do. All the youngsters. That's what you love, isn't it? 1. Oh, be very careful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that part. 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm too far away from the shot, sorry. 7. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's team quality there. We'll have to get those suits. So we, Ron, I don't know if you know, but he's like probably my oldest student, I think. He said, went into his 90s, and he asked a very good question because we were watching Grandmaster Chen Xiaoming. I'll just change the and he wanted to know, because I said, has anyone got any questions, you know? And he said, well, because we were watching him, he said, is that a silk suit? I said, oh yeah, it'd be a really expensive silk suit. Well, silk's really slippery. How on earth are these trousers staying up? That's a very good question, Ron. Let's look it up. So we looked up, why would we get some elastic? I'd probably put some elastic around there to keep the trousers up. But let's find out if that's true. So we looked it up on Google of the Chinese silk suits, Tai Chi suit, and it is made out of elastic, and that's why they don't fall down. So, which is very relieving to know. Yeah. And then out of curiosity, we thought, why don't we look up and see how much they cost? So we found some of them megabucks, like hundreds of pounds, and then some slightly big ones that were about nearly £23. And I thought, oh, that's fun, couldn't it? Then one of them said, here, if we bought one of those suits with my Tai Chi look better. I said, well, let's find out. So we're going to do is we'll make a one. So that's well, we got Tai Chi's better.
Problem with those is the leg is about half wide.
Yeah.
So you will not be able to see any errors that you make with your legs. You won't be able to stop that.
Trading, but we're not doing the tennis.
Scuba, they have these amazing suits that were given to them by Grandmaster Chen Xiaowei when they're doing their demonstrations, and they do look fabulous. I mean, I've never had a gumption to wear, but I might, you know, this might be the area to turn up in my suit. It's really good. So, okay, so this is just so you can see, we're looking at, actually go here, so I don't run out of it. So then, the way I try and do it at home is the way I first learned it off Ed, where you go like this. Oh, and then basically it's exactly the same thing, but harder. But it's
Once you get down, you can't get up.
yeah, I mean you might need a practice. I stopped doing that just because it really murders your legs, and it's not very practical in terms of martial application. Going down there, you're more likely to get in a chokehold and bashed on the top of the head. Whereas if you do this one, you come around someone's head, that is a lot more practically useful, the more upright version. The only reason why I do that one is because I've been working on stretching for the last, well, during lockdown, pretty much.
Unless you try and slide somebody's feet out.
Yeah, you could, but
I think it's like the visuals, right?
it's more like a visual. I think it's more. Yeah, because that one. You can that is sliding somebody's foot out. I've done that before if I'm doing pushing hands or something, or moving pushing hands, and then you go, oh, and then you know, and that's quite useful, but you wouldn't go all the way down there.
No.
I mean, it looks kind of flash, but
Yeah,
it's flash. It's just being nobody likes anyway, you know, someone's being flagged. With my friends that are doing roughy tufty Tai Chi and internal, so to do Chuan, that one where you, I'm not very good at that one, but I'm hoping to learn some more of that.
Flying kick.
Flying kicks are only useful if you're on the battlefield and you haven't got your spear and you need to kick someone off the horse and you've run out of weapons. I wouldn't use it. I mean,
It's good for dodging somebody with a flying kick.
it's good for dodging someone's money. And like these sorts of movements, I mean, for things like your grappling and things, you actually want to be upright. There are things like Silat and Judo and things that are more like Jiu-Jitsu, which teach you how to fight from the floor. But Tai Chi, that's probably the closest you'll get to throwing someone, but they don't teach you what to do if you're on the ground. So that's where other things are quite useful. But yeah, the roughy tufty stuff, anyone trying to be a show off and you're sparring, you're gonna get stodged by it, you know, they're gonna get, whereas if you keep it very subtle, so that's let's go from the kick and we'll just see how we get on. Kick. And then see how that fits. I think that's probably nearly cooked. I don't know about that.
Well, that's another 2 stages back.
That's another 2 stages back. I'm sure we just leave that there and not overload ourselves. I'm thinking we might be better off doing something completely different.
Yeah.
Like, for example, why take off the fruit? and just
We're doing 4 corners now that we've.
it'd be another thing that we're having to concentrate on. 4 corners
It's not easy.
is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and now we've learned the story of it. So the story, there was this jade maiden who got made to turn shuttles at each corner of the earth for the immortals. You know, it's I'm trying to think now on strike. Very tricky footwork. So we're probably better off doing something really nice and easy. Maybe like the Phoenix or
Last 15 minutes, yeah.
last 15. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's have a water break. Water break. Yeah.
Yes.
Likes the guy about how to thump people with this stuff, or my friends that they actually find out what moves are good for thumping people in by actually trying the moves out on each other in a vicious but cooperatively vicious manner. They're not trying to cause active damage. They're just making sure you feel a hit when it works, and it's not. They're yeah. It's, you know. I used to do stuff like that in my 20s, but I'm just like, oh, no, I've got instruments to play. But I can.
Before we crack on, I can't make it on Thursday.
Oh, you can't make it on Thursday?
I'm not looking after my nephews.
Oh.
Do it
Well, why don't you do it on
You
Zoom?
can't take me.
Do it on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then what you can do is you can have you can treat yourself. And I'm not saying any more because we're recording. But you can do it on Zoom, and you'll get an extra 15 minutes of class.
Yeah.
And then you've also got the Friday morning. I'll get the videos up as soon as I can.
I've got to read myself, depending if I can have after I've had my stadium, my stadium removal stuff on my teeth.
Just clean your teeth after. I'm not gonna say something. I'm not going to let something dictate to me what I can. So, what we're going to do for fun is we're going to do why take office fruit health exercise and then why take office fruit walking exercise, because we all vaguely know it now. And so we'll just get into a horse stance. Actually, before we do it, let's do silk reading number 2, just because that will come in really handy when we. That's it. Yeah, it was quite hard work doing the 5 times thing. It really don't knock how much brain power and body and willpower and.
Yeah, it gulps time as well.
It gulps time as well, yeah. But it's worth it, because like all of us, we were like smooth, like caramel, we were, you know.
You've got sweet fondants on the brain.
I have got sweeties on the brain, it's all,
caramel.
well, I was doing babysitting last week, and apparently sweets are really, really important if you're 8. They're hugely important. So let's try the other side.
I think they stay.
I think they stay important for a few people, but that was just. So sing down, that's it. Okay, right, so have a little shake out so you're not murdering. So that really does murder your legs as well. So, right, so, yeah, those of you watching the Friday fitness class, you might want to pause bits and redo them again if it's, if in case I'm just too enthusiastic, but here we go. So we go like this, 1, 2, slight turn, 3, oh that blackbird's at it again, I can hear the blackbird, I heard it this morning, 4, sink back a little bit, not too far, 5, hold the ball, 6, keep breathing, and 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those of you that also train with Mike, and he might be doing this on a Wednesday night, it will be completely different to how I do it. We just have to do it how he does it, and it's perfectly fine. I do the version what I've done with Eva recently, and he does a version that he's been working on himself, and I do that as well when I'm there. And then I'll probably forget it when I leave, because it's not stuck in yet, and I'm still trying to learn the version I learnt off Eva, so that's why they're somewhat different to each other. Now you've seen the arms, would it be easier if I turn around and face in the same direction?
Would for me.
Excellent, I thought so, because it would for me as well. If I was in your... I find it very difficult to mirror, actually. It makes my brain kind of melt slightly, and then I think, oh, what, where am I? And it's just too much. So,
in which case, perhaps for the video, you should face there and we turn around.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah? Okay. Will that work? Yeah. Genius! We have some very clever people in this room. It's good, but you'll all be on the telly. Has everyone done their hair? Yeah? Okay, here we go. Right, then we start with the left hand on top, right hand underneath. We transfer the weight, turn the waist. So we did turning the waist, and then the palm is up and the palm is down. And you're in a wide stance, and you want to sink your hips, and you're in the right foot. Now you open, you're still in the right foot. Then this hand comes over, go slightly forward, bring the left hand to the right. You sink back. Hold the ball, sink forward. Now bring the ball across, across, and then you go whoosh, underneath. And then, yeah. Brilliant. So Amy skipped ahead and was in exactly the right spot. Well done. So we transfer the weight and we turn the waist. There we are. Then turn the other direction so you get a stretch. Then this comes over. This goes towards it. You go back a little bit, not too far. They've changed that. They've made it much smaller these days. Mike's is even tinier. Then you sink across, and then you go whoosh, and then you move the weight. So we just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sink back. 5. Marvellous. 6, 7. Lovely. And then one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And shake out. Yeah. Is that making a bit more sense?
No comment.
No comment. Okay. Right. I think if we all go that end, let's go for a little walk, and then what I'll do is I'll put the other camera on. Let's go for a little walk. Yeah, we're all thinking that. Oh. Right. Yeah, I have that song. Yeah. It's a good song. Who did it? Oh, she might have got it. Yeah, she did. It was very good. Really good. Don't you just, you know. You need to swing your arm. So when you walk, whatever got us to do, she got us to pretend, were you there when she did it on Zoom and we had to pretend we were on the catwalk?
No.
Oh, you missed that. Oh, it was fantastic. And she was making us do the faces as well. And we just had to, and this, it was wonderful. But you wanna move your arms when you're walking out in real life, as well as swing your...
That was a Wednesday.
It was on the Wednesday.
Tuesday seems to be a standing day. Because she
does she do lots of
that?
Which ones did she do? That one? Did she do that one?
Forever.
It goes on forever. So you have Chen Bao, Tor bow, fu bow, and then tree qigong.
Yeah, tree. Yeah.
Tree qigong, yeah.
Lots of tree.
Lots of tree. Tree is really good. It's really good because it teaches you how you shift your weight and you can move it. And we'll have a go at that a little bit later. But let's do a bit of wide tape off his throat and then we'll do a bit of tree qigong due to popular request. Okay, so we're now to start left foot and we step heel toe. Part of what horse is made. So this is different to how Mike does it. So those of you that watch Mike's videos and my videos, thank you very much. But yes, we do it different. You'll just have to get over it. We're different. I've got a completely different body shape to Mike. I have a completely different mindset. I'm a different age. You know. We are both correct. Whoever's leading, that's who you copy. That's it. And then that way, because it's quite adaptable. You want to be able to change your perspective on things. And we're just doing that. So, rather than this is the way it goes, this is the way the person who's leading in the front sees it at that point in time. But think, subject to change. You know, it's like, yeah, don't get too stuck on. It's the principles. It's the principles what you want to. And then how we do the oh gosh. We've got the jazz band imminent. Well, maybe they're not coming because it's the Easter break. I don't know. Marvellous. Okay. Right. Let's come round in a circle. That was fabulous. Really good. I'll put the other. It's nice having all these different video cameras. Actually, it just makes it a lot easier. A lot easier. So, yeah, let's look at the tree qigong. Just because it's very good. Well, it reminds me of it. So what you do is you just transfer your weight. Did she do it with the weight transfer? Yeah. Yeah, good. Because she sometimes changes how she teaches it, and I've not made Tuesday yet. I'm hoping to. Oh, no, there's the jazz band. I've just seen the bloke, one of the jazz band blokes, so Jane will be coming in a second.
Yeah. It'd be ironic if you make it tomorrow and she's not doing it because it's Easter.
I'm going to phone her up. Is it on tomorrow morning?
Yeah, right.
Well, it's nice that you should be on the mailing list now. For the.
Oh, you want a mailing list?
Okay.
I don't mind getting up and seeing, but you like a lie-in otherwise.
I'd like a lie-in on the Tuesday because I'm usually up quite late on a Monday. I help teach a music workshop, but I'm actually considering not doing it today, giving myself a bit of time out because I've got these videos to do, so that's got to take priority. And I don't get paid for the music workshop, so I'm like, no, I'm sort of priority. So we don't just do. Now you can do it like up high, or you can have a high tree and a low tree, and then some people kind of do like a swaying thing. And you just basically make your tree, and they did this in China. They went all the way to China, and they was used back about 30 or 40 people just doing tree qigong for like what seemed like hours on end. But she said their push hands was amazing because they're so good at knowing where their weight is. It teaches you where your weight is. And it's really relaxing. It's just really nice. You can put the music on. You can put whatever music on you like. It's all you call because Amy's been educating me in popular culture and said from all eras, from the 1950s until like last week almost. She knows all this amazing music, and it's really good. And you can. Some people do Tai Chi to music. I know Barry does. Barry McGinley sometimes does it. Here's the jazz band.
Hey, I remember once in my drum music college when I was doing it. It was so weird because it told you about actually.
What was it? What did we have?
It is.
Yeah, it's in Cottage.
But sculpture is only half an hour. By the time you do standard and then this.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And she doesn't tell us Except for the standing on one leg. That's the only one she says we're holding it for 30 seconds.
She doesn't really
So
tell
you
you what
don't
to
know
do.
how long you're
Yeah.
standing there. It seems like an
It
eternity.
feels like forever though,
Yeah.
doesn't it, when you do the standing, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like standing, their Chuan class on a Tuesday night, they spend the entire hour standing for an hour.
No, I couldn't do that.
I've tried to go there, but just because it's good, just because it's something I'm really rubbish at, standing still. So and you just make it up. And then this is a precursor to the health dance, which I've kind of brushed on sometimes. So the idea with this class, I'd really love to do a little bit on swords again, just because it's fun, and it's just fun. I mean, you know, wooden swords, we don't use metal swords, we don't get arrested, we get shot at. But you can have a wooden sword, but just do be careful if you are practising. If it's in your own garden and it's wooden, that's fine, but just I've got some very silly friends who have proper metal Tai Chi swords that practice it in the garden and then end up getting visited by the police, and you just think, come on guys. You know,
what did you expect? Yes.
Silly sausages. But yeah, the main weapons in Tai Chi is curved sword, which is what we'll be using, straight sword, which I'm not very good at, and spear, which I've only done a couple of times, and it's very, very good. There we go. It's nice, isn't it? So you can do the tree qigong, and they did it for ages, and it really helped. And you can do moving tree qigong, where you just sort of. Has she done the moving one? Oh, she hasn't done the moving one. Okay.
Well, we're all on Zoom at home, so not everybody's got space to move. Like, you know.
No. I do love her Wednesday class. I think it's really good. I like the monkey one, and she does the monkey pose, and then you have to swing around. I love that one. That's really good. So you just nice, relaxed. Okay, fantastic. Right, I can hear the jazz band about to the chomping at the bit. So
Do they come in here when you go, do you think?
no, they just stay in there. Because often they have the big hall here for other meetings on a Monday night, like the WI.
Yeah.
With the jazz bands on.
Yeah.
That's interesting. They don't use this hall as much as they should. They really should just get it packed. Clubs and they're not.
Well, we're moving. I mean, I'm moving my Monday morning class because we're trying out with the big kitchen at Reach. And they've even cleared a space in the cupboard for the Tai Chi, so I'm feeling very, very thought of in Reach at the moment. So I've got the house still.
Nice, yeah.
I just like, and also just from a purely selfish point of view, there's a lot more birds singing in Reach. So there's these amazing blackbirds and an amazing robin, and then there's this field that the school, what used to be the school overlooks, with you often see buzzards and things in it, and so I'm just like, actually a buzzard. Monday morning, I'm like, oh, I could get in early, get the binoculars out, see what's around.
I mean, to be fair, there's room for Bottisham, there's a lovely room. Big
It
windows.
Yeah, they've moved us back into the drama studio, so it's a bit dark and dingy.
What you need to do at Reach is see when the church opens and do a special. Get into the church.
Well, they've got lovely steps and things in it.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful now, the church. They've really fixed it up nice.
Yeah.
Really good.
Maybe do it outside. Get a photo of it.
Well, I mean, you know, the village green, if it gets really nice and it's the right temperature, we could even go out in the village green and do some Tai Chi, you know. It'd be lovely. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, what an epic session. That was great. Okay, make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, bring your feet together and back.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well done. That was good. So we'll just keep moseying along. So we've only got the first part of that, get that fitted in with what we just done. So next week's off, and then all we've got to do is the four corners, which will probably take a long time.
Yeah, probably one night on its
We'll just do
own.
it so everybody can. I won't stop doing that bit until every single person in the room's got the vague gist of it, or is comfortable in where, and then I think it'll work really well. Brilliant. Okay. Right. Thanks those of you on YouTube.
Drive the day.